All right, we are live, and Deuce is walking out the building. His timing, like that was incredible. Yeah, but we're live. You already know what time it is. It's in Politic, Real Spill. We're in here. I don't know if everybody else got it, but I do have the big bottle of Deuce that I'm gonna be.
Wow,
yeah, going crazy. It hits when it hits. Okay, yes, sir. Hey, and that's why you get the honcho. You know what I mean? That's why you get the honcho at the end of your name, right there. At all times, got it on them. And Deuce, it's okay if you got it on you can't say. I see where you're at. But you already see what time it is. We're live. We're in the building. I got Deuce Andretti with me as usual. We got Skipper, aka Dropper. I don't even know. Just know. I don't know. Like I don't know.
Drop them draws, boy. If they drop and spread them, boy, you ain't gonna do it. You gonna toot it.
Stop.
I'm glad that's the angle you went with that. And then, as usual, we stay in the building. Jay Honcho, man, we appreciate you stopping in. We're gonna be talking about a whole lot of stuff. We're gonna talk about sports. First thing I wanted to talk about was actually the trailer that got dropped for the Manti Teo documentary that's coming out. Anybody see that? Anybody at all?
I didn't see that.
No.
Great. Another way to embarrass Notre Dame.
Is his girlfriend gonna be in there, or she's invisible again? It's like what's going on with that?
Oh, it's all about his girlfriend. That's actually
okay.
Yeah, it's all about his girlfriend. And then I can play it. I'm gonna pump some audio into your guys' ears real quick, and then I'm just gonna put it up to my camera so y'all can see it, real bootleg like. But you'll get the audio good. All right.
Sounds good.
So y'all right here, this is the untold story, the girlfriend who didn't exist. This is going to be on Netflix coming soon. Girlfriend. Let me run that back.
He's a fucking clown, bro.
He's a fucking asshat.
He's gonna
embarrass my fucking university.
He's gonna make.
The same night he dedicated his season. It was.
This is why Alabama ran the ball for 230 yards against us in the national championship.
His girlfriend did not exist. I don't think anyone can appreciate how big a story it became.
I forgot this even happened. Oh, holy shit, dude!
Bro, it's so embarrassing, brother. So embarrassing. This was dark times for Notre Dame right here. Like, if you were Notre Dame, you're ready to shoot yourself.
This is gonna be on Netflix.
Yes, sir.
See something, so
Wow.
This is pitiful. Whoever made this doesn't like Notre Dame.
Yeah. I created
Probably a Michigan fan.
Lennay.
Bro, what do you mean? He's getting.
I didn't have courage.
Yeah, he's gonna get
in the
back
video,
for this
no?
shit.
Evident.
Bro, if he's the one that fucking put the money behind this, oh my god.
No. But he's gonna get paid though, bro. After this shit, man. Because I'm gonna watch this shit. I'm gonna fucking
watch this shit. I'm gonna fucking petition that they take on Netflix.
People.
So he got catfished.
My whole world changed, and I'm questioning.
Banning this shit. I'm gonna hope they ban this. Don't show the stadium. Are you fucking kidding me? Don't attach him to Notre Dame.
But hold on. Did he get catfish or did he make it up? Because it's two different things. Did he get catfish or did he make it up?
I don't know.
At the time, part of the theory was people did think that he was in on it for some reason. But why would he do that? You know what I mean? Jay, do you remember what the theory was? Why? I do remember them saying that though, like on ESPN, there's people that were openly suspecting, like, and this was during the national championship. I remember this coverage happening.
Yeah,
it was worse timing.
Yeah, literally.
And then he's right. They went ahead and ran for like 250 yards on him in that game.
Yeah. His mind was elsewhere. He was thinking. He was thinking
Eddie
about
Lacy had like 200. Derrick Henry had $150.
Yeah.
Freaking TJ Yeldon had about another 100. I mean, Jesus Christ, they didn't throw the ball until the fourth quarter.
No, I mean they didn't have to.
They didn't have to.
Yeah. Why risk it? Why risk it when Manti Teo got his head in the clouds?
Literally, we had like our whole defensive line out for that game, and they just was like, "Oh, perfect, we're going to run it right down their throats."
By the way, anybody in here right now, definitely like, share, subscribe, show some love, man. Share this video to somebody. And the people commenting, I appreciate y'all. Specifically, Smooth Recoil, go check him out. And thank you for commenting, man. and hang out with us and all that. Definitely be a part of the conversation. We'd love to hear your opinion on the Manti Teo thing. Yeah, with that, the fall for Manti Teo at that time, he was like Buckus, like a Heisman candidate, wasn't he, Deuce?
Yeah.
I think he was up. He was up.
He was.
Yeah, so it's like
let's not talk about it, man. Let's not talk about it, dude. He literally with that bullshit took himself out of the Heisman. He literally lost himself the Heisman.
They were calling him the next Junior Seau.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, and you know what's funny? When
I'll be real, that was a lie.
that was also a lie.
I'm just telling you what they said.
He was good because the hype behind him, Manti, was he was getting a lot of interceptions and he had a forced fumble and he got a lot of tackles. But the thing is, if you watched it, the way that he played well in space, like better as an outside, but he lined up in the middle. You could do that in college. Went to NFL, they tried to put his ass in the middle. He was getting his ass blown up.
He's getting pummeled like what I did to him.
It was like Alabama all over again.
But every single week.
Yeah, exactly.
But his draft stock dropped tremendously after that.
Plummeted.
Yeah. So it was. He shouldn't. You know what he should have did? He shouldn't even have played. That's why people don't play in the championship games anymore.
In the national championship game?
Yeah.
You gotta play.
Nah.
In the national championship game?
Not if your draft stock gonna drop like that. You know you trash.
Yeah.
Who's he fooling?
I need to get me a ring.
So yeah, he ended up going in the second round. So yeah, that's later than what I even thought. I thought he was a late first rounder.
But I think he had first round protection because he could have came out as a junior.
They were talking about top 10, fool. They was on him.
Yeah, they were. No,
I'm pretty sure he got because a lot of Notre Dame players do that. They get that first round protection insurance. That way, if they play their senior or junior year, if they play their senior year, you know what I'm saying, and they fall out of the first round, they still get them M's. But he's an idiot. I mean, he literally took himself out of a Heisman, took himself out of the first round of NFL draft. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to a team that really didn't want his ass.
Well, and spent the height of his career.
He was the best player available. You know, he ruined his whole career. He never bounced back. He
never bounced back, and then he spent that entire time he was at the height of his career dating an imaginary woman. So it's like, that's rough. I mean, that's one of the saddest stories.
He fell in love with a fan.
What's that dude's name? Trayvon or Traylon?
Traylon Smith.
You guys see the whole thing that happened today?
What's that?
On Twitter, somebody hacked his Twitter account, and it was a video of him eating a girl's Gucci from the bag.
Who's that?
He got his phone hacked. That shit.
Who that?
Traylon
shit like that saved on Twitter.
Running back for Arkansas. He was leading the lead rusher last year, and he was transfer.
He's actually supposed to transfer.
He was gonna go to like Texas or some shit, and yeah, I guess that shit's probably not gonna happen. Now.
He's raw too. He is raw. I will say that.
He got a wife and everything, and it said something about like something about eating my wife's bitch's cunt or some shit. I don't know.
I thought it was about eating my wife who's a bitch.
But he was
nose deep.
He
was nose deep.
He was nose deep.
He was spitting on that shit.
I didn't know he was spitting in it.
All right. Look, man,
I didn't watch all that. I had to cut that thing off, man.
At least 30 minutes in, man. Come on. And the thing is, these two are water. The only civilized people they're talking about nose deep. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this is a kids show. We promise.
Oh, is this
This is for kids too.
Podcast?
Oh, no, you're perfect. It's just like within the first 10 minutes, that's where they're really monitored.
I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate it.
Okay.
I appreciate all the love in the comments, though. Definitely. I mean, Smooth Recoil specifically love the subject matter.
Oh my god, dude!
He's definitely boy himself. Well, hey, one question about the Manti Teo stuff I wanted to ask before we moved on, to be honest, was it kind of everybody reacted sort of predictably, in my opinion, as far as
he embarrassed his family.
Do men get any grace or sympathy for being catfished? I feel like almost never.
Man,
no,
you let your nuts hang.
Hey, you want to know, like on some real shit?
Yeah.
We were in high school. her name was like Hello Kitty or like no.
my God.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
She was
And
getting
she was
kids.
in Orlando. It was multiple people that were following her, bro. And she was catfish. And we still to this day don't know who it was.
Oh
Really?
no, he doesn't.
Well, hold up. So you got to explain that story a little bit more because I'm not fully.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, you remember the newest one, Caleb? The newest one I was sending you on Snapchat, the catfish.
I haven't peeped that one.
No, but you know which one I'm talking about. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The one with the one getting panked on there. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't know which one.
I sent it to you on Snapchat. You know, don't make me drop the name. Don't make me drop the name.
Drop it in the comments. Yeah, drop it for everybody to see. But no.
She got these.
So you have no sympathy for the Manti Te'os or the like just men.
Absolutely not.
You feel like it happens, you should know.
Especially him. I mean, dude, the platform you're on, you can go get ass anywhere. You're going to Notre Dame parties every day.
If you carry yourself as some hardcore Samoan middle linebacker who just will smash his head against a wall, type like run through bricks type of guy, and then you want to sit here, get on TV and cop pleas because you were catfish and someone exposed you on Twitter about it. Like, I don't want to hear you cry. I don't know. You could have gotten fraud. You're going to the NFL. You're rated the number one linebacker in college football.
Here's the thing. Was he really catfish though?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
if you let him tell it. If you let him tell it, yeah.
Why would he set up himself?
Because he's an idiot. He thought that bad publicity was good publicity.
I'm asking Jay, realistically, why if he's not catfish, the alternative is he involved? How or why?
The only reason why I'm asking that because it's been a grip. It's been like what 4 or 5 years, maybe 6 years now, right?
Yeah.
Maybe even longer than that. So I don't remember the story. I just remember they said that he made it up. So I don't know if it was catfish. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Was it catfish or was it really like he made that shit up?
I thought back then. I thought from what I remember, he made it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I thought he made it up, bro. I didn't hear about the
He had to come out before the draft to save his draft stock and address the whole thing. And he had to come out on some talk show and basically say he didn't know shit, anything.
Nah, that sounds like that's his agent, bro. That's a PR move. He made that shit up. He made that shit up.
But it could be true though. That's the thing. Those
could be got catfish. That's even more embarrassing.
Yeah, I think this is just as likely. He didn't come out immediately because it's embarrassing.
No, people get catfish, bro. People get catfish. So it's just the way of the world.
No, Pop, he did not get caught balls deep in anything. He didn't work on anything. It didn't get that far, fortunately for him.
Yeah.
But people get catfish, though. That's real life. Like, you can't get catfish.
Well, it's exactly. That's why it's not out of the realm of possibility. And if he was a naive, 18-year-old that got taken advantage of, that's not completely out of the realm of possibility.
He made that shit up, bro.
The fact that
he's so confident. My thing is,
he was 21 and a grown man when this happened. Definitely makes it different.
So why does he how does he benefit from making that up? That's my only issue. I don't see where he would benefit.
Publicity is good publicity, bro. You know NWA.
No, come on now. You just said his draft stock dropped.
That was the Luke Kuechly draft too. So he was trying to get above Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly had like 140 tackles that season, bro.
Yeah, Boston College, bro. Boston College.
He was a monster coming out.
I think what happened was everybody else had girlfriends, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I got my chick too." Oh, who's your chick? And then motherfuckers started making shit up.
Yeah,
should have went to Boston College. Do you see Luke Kuechly had a girl coming out?
That's probably
he had a real girl.
That's probably what happened. But I just don't understand how you're on that level and you can't pull something. I mean,
exactly. You can't tell if he or she. I'm not sure exactly. I think it was at the time it was a he, I believe. You can't tell that he's lying to you on the phone. Even they get on the phone. They even have like audio recordings. It's a man acting like it's a female. And yeah, this is facts. And
if you don't hit a bit with the FaceTime nowadays, you're tripping.
How can I trust you to read coverages in the NFL? You know what I mean? When they're throwing everything your way. How can I trust you to know what the offense is doing as a middle linebacker? They're throwing everything your way. Okay.
everything.
And you can't get past the like voice changer in 2005 or whenever it was.
He's on his Jamarcus Russell, bro. He ain't watching no film.
Ooh, boy.
Honestly, I agree because he was at Notre Dame. He was a monster. In the NFL, he was complete fucking dog water. I was embarrassed that he was a Notre Dame fucking.
Where'd he go? New England?
Chargers.
He went to the Chargers and he went to the Saints. He got beat out by Denzel Perryman, who went undrafted.
No, Perryman got drafted. Perryman's from Miami. He got drafted. Denzel Perryman got drafted.
I think
that was late though, maybe like 6th, 7th round.
Denzel Perryman got drafted.
Yeah.
He got beat out by a guy who was a late round pick though. Like, come on now. We gotta like. I like Denzel Perryman too. We got the same name. Don't get me wrong. But
we got the same name. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Everything that I'm reading says that legitimately, yeah, he was catfished, and that the dude that catfished him has transitioned. Woman.
So they're fucking.
Nah, I don't think that's.
I would be surprised, bro. Honestly, nowadays, shit.
Don't put that smut on a Notre Dame player's name, bro. Don't do that. Don't try to put that smut over here. Oh.
You immediately said they were fucking. Like what? That's wild. He's crazy. But no, I mean, I think that's wild. I mean, it is for me. I think it's completely possible that Manti Teo was a sheltered person, played football in Hawaii, right? Growing up, and got to Notre Dame. Probably didn't develop all of those social skills. He's busy becoming, college athlete.
Bro, he got played, bro.
He did get played. No, but I think that you think he's a mastermind that's behind that for whatever reason, and wants people to think that he has a girlfriend that does.
That's all I heard. That's what I heard, bro.
If it is really his girlfriend, she didn't love him.
Well, yeah. I mean, she didn't love him. What do you mean?
Well, he didn't love him. He didn't love him.
I think he was so lame. He couldn't get a chick. And so when they asked him where your girlfriend at, he stumbled upon the first picture he could find. Yeah, Michael
Floyd's like, why you on there had no female? Lame. By the way, he's drunk, by the way, while he's saying that. So I mean,
how long did he date her? Did he date her for a few years? Because if he did, he is an idiot.
Yeah. No, I think so.
Idiot.
Yeah,
how does someone add you on Facebook and you just decide to date someone? Like what?
They were pen pals, bro. That's how it all started.
What is he in prison? He's a pen pal.
Y'all are not.
Hey, he lived in Hawaii, bro. That's a far away. Ain't nobody flying out of Hawaii, so they're pen pals.
Man,
some of the most beautiful women in this world of Hawaii. Okay,
bro, you ain't got to. Hey, I'm not the one making the storyline, bro. This is your boy. That's not me. I understand.
This is not my man. She stopped being my man when this shit happened.
That's your man.
It was Smooth Recoil. When Smooth Recoil put in the chat, he says, "Oh my god." So kind of not a catfish. This guy's killing me. So it was a combo that happened a couple years too early. Maybe she was the girlfriend later. He says booty warrior. Man, easy. Yeah, he's going crazy.
He definitely is a booty warrior, booty bandit, man.
Yeah, drugs are a real problem. Yeah, no,
super, for real.
Totally agreed. The Manti Teo stuff, man. We're definitely gonna watch the doc, and we'll come back with the fully realized story.
I'm not watching that shit, bro. I'm telling you right now. As a diehard Notre Dame fan, I'm not watching that shit.
Bro, we need you to watch it. Yeah, what are you talking about?
So I will literally throw my phone through the TV. Okay, guys.
Then that needs to happen.
He ruined a special moment in my life. Okay, there may be only one time you get to see your team win a national championship in your lifetime. I feel like I seen that moment and it's long gone.
Yeah, it's not coming back. No, I'm kidding.
He pissed on it so royally. We had no top recruiting classes when we went to that national championship.
Bro, Manti Teo wasn't the only difference in that game. Y'all were outclassed on the line 100% on both sides. Offensive line, defensive line got played.
Let me tell you why we didn't.
Stop it. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Zach Martin.
Okay.
Mike McGlinchey. Quentin Nelson.
Okay.
All those people on that line on offense. Now on defense,
yeah,
we were pretty solid. We had
Nice.
I think we may have had like Stephen Tuitt,
Rudy.
Sheldon Davis.
Go watch Rudy.
Bro.
Sheldon Davis, and then Isaac Rochelle.
It'll be
him too.
Yeah.
Those are all NFL guys. We had NFL guys, but our defensive guys didn't play. I'll be honest with you, they were hurt. So
yeah. Who do you remember the guys on Alabama's line?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
you had like a young Raekwon Davis.
Okay.
Paul would probably know better.
No, you're talking about their D line though. You're talking about their D line. We're talking
I'm
about
talking about their D line. Alabama's O line.
Yeah.
Oh, Alabama had a really, really good O line that year though. Their center was really good.
They're like like we said, like we always say in the group chat, whatever. It's a football factory, bro. And y'all weren't ready. It was too soon. Like y'all still aren't ready.
No, we didn't have the recruits back then. We got them now. Oh yeah, we'll stand toe to toe with anybody right now.
You haven't returned to that game.
I don't think so.
What you mean?
Have you? I could be wrong. Am I
didn't return to that game because Brian Kelly can't coach.
Oh God. Okay.
He can't coach. He hasn't won a big game his whole career at Notre Dame. It's not the player's fault.
Did he get you there the first time?
Huh?
Did he get you there the first time? As Brian Kelly?
There, bro. Manti Teo. I just named all those players. We had like 12, 13 NFL players on the team.
I know you're not rocking with Brian Kelly, but at LSU, he's going to get a national title. Mark it here. He's going to get one.
Because they win with whoever they have.
Well, he's going to get one. He's going to get one.
No, they don't win with
He may be the one coach to not get one. Because Les Miles got one. Audron got one. Nick Saban got one. And that's every time there was a new coach. But if you notice, at Audron, he didn't get one the first tenure at LSU. He had to double back to get his. So Brian Kelly might not get one, bro. His recruiting is pretty piss poor.
Brian Kelly
right now,
is going to get
in the state of Louisiana alone, there's about 12 commits, and there's about they're the top 12 high school kids in the state of Louisiana right now. None of them are going to LSU right now, except from one, and he's a wide receiver. You know,
you say,
and that's bad.
Listen, they gonna go crazy, bro.
You see them recruiting videos of Brian Kelly lately, bro? He ain't getting nobody coming to that school. He's definitely here trying to molest kids in the videos and stuff. Over here bumping and grinding and shit.
Yeah, I saw that,
bro. LSU, I'm telling you, LSU gonna get one under Brian Kelly.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this: Notre Dame has the number 1 class in 2023 and the number 2 class in 2024. I couldn't tell you where LSU's ranked, and I can tell you it's probably not in the top 10 or the top 15, maybe top 15, but definitely not top 10. Like they're getting beat out by schools like Louisville, Texas A&M, like
Texas. Right? So recruiting class don't mean nothing no more because them boys they're throwing money right now. So all that is out the window. They paying right now some schools. So it's not about how it was back in the day. They are paying more than ever. But they wasn't throwing no They wasn't throwing no $9 million, bro. They were throwing money, but not no $9 million.
But you know the Alabama deal is $20,000 in a scat pack. $20,000 in a scat pack. That's what you got.
But that's cool. LSU could offer the same, but now these people are literally out there offering millions of dollars, bro.
I don't know.
LSU can offer crazy money, bro. Yeah, look at him fondling the dude, bro. Just know that kid a week later committed to USC or something.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
He said,
and that's a 3-star recruit. You couldn't even land a 3-star recruit? Are you kidding me? Come on.
No, just let it settle, man. Let it settle down. I'm telling you, Brian Kelly's gonna win.
The thing is Brian Kelly's best chance was to get a big recruiting class was this year, because once he runs through that SEC gauntlet and he gets that ass tapped a couple times, no kid is gonna want to go there and play. He's not playing. He's playing a strictly SEC schedule. You know what I'm saying? And these are coaches who can coach. You're not going there and seeing that.
The whole college football now is the SEC. Everybody's leaving their conferences. It's now the SEC. So it's not about the SEC
and the Big
gauntlet. It's not the SEC gauntlet no more. It's about college football is the SEC. That's just what it is now.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is Brian Kelly can't win. All the games that we lost were against SEC teams. Why? Because they had great coaches.
Bruh,
How are you going to go to the conference with the great coaches that you couldn't beat and expect to beat them now?
Bro, the reason why Notre Dame ain't win a national title is because you guys expect guys like Randy Moss to follow your guys' rules. That's not happening, bro.
That's not what happened with Randy Moss. Randy Moss got in trouble before he got to campus. That's why he couldn't come to Notre Dame.
Exactly.
But it wasn't just Notre Dame.
He got in trouble and he went to Florida State. So that's what I'm trying to
tell you. And then
he
didn't even play at Florida. He didn't play at Florida State either. He got kicked out of there too.
Well, that's fine, but I'm just trying to tell you.
It's not a Notre Dame thing. It's a Randy Moss thing.
You guys can't keep top talent, bro. Nobody wants to go join the choir boys every Saturday night.
Jack Martin is a top talent.
Every night you guys gotta go.
Talent? Kyle Rudolph ain't top talent.
Every night y'all gotta go.
I would say like this: Notre Dame probably right now has about 7 Hall of Famers in the NFL right now. Hall of Famers right now. You can book it. Notre Dame right now, 7 Hall of Famers. And now I'm telling you like this: and that's Hall of Famers that I've seen be recruited to Notre Dame, play at Notre Dame, and now are in the NFL.
That's a lie right now. That's a lie. That is a lie, bro.
If you look up some of the most paid,
you about 23, maybe 24, bro. There's no way. After Desmond Howard, tell me who's in the Hall of Fame.
Desmond Howard went to Michigan.
True.
You did go to
Quentin Nelson, Zach Martin.
Doesn't help your
Hall of Fame. Not Kyle Rudolph. What's his name?
Who's in the Hall of Fame? You're naming good players, Pro Bowl players, but I want to know who's in the Hall from Notre Dame. You said that you've seen in your lifetime. Who?
Well, not yet, but I'm saying they will be.
Nah,
these guys are like first team all pros.
Nah, they will be. Okay,
multiple years.
Okay,
like you know what I'm saying. Like these guys are guys who have been. You know what I'm saying? These are first team, second team all pros, consecutive years, top of their position since they've been in the league. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Like these are not top talent.
You were talking about recruiting, and a lot of the guys you were talking about, they played for Brian Kelly specifically. I think the point that Jay's making, y'all had a long drought, cuz like it was looking bad for a really long time.
No,
saying that you were
Brian Kelly was a lazy recruiter at Notre Dame. He was lazy.
Okay, well then he was a great developer. Then, if he was a lazy recruiter, he took the talent and he developed them. So, what's your point?
No, here's the thing: Brian Kelly has a CEO approach when it comes to coaching college football. He's not hands-on. Like I just watched a podcast with a player right now, number 1 tight end in college football, Michael Mayer. He's on Bustin' with the Boys. Go check that out. He talks about Notre Dame. He talks about Brian Kelly coaching at Notre Dame, and he talks about Marcus Freeman. 2 different coaching styles. Marcus Freeman's there for everything, always around. Recruiting doesn't matter. He's there. You know what I'm saying? He's doing lifts. He's running with the guys, all that shit. Brian Kelly was never around. Michael Mayer said he never talked to the guy. He said he just thought he was cool with the guy. He didn't have a problem with him. He gave him an opportunity to play as a freshman. But he said, I barely talked to him. You know, he said it didn't bother me as much. But with Brian Kelly, he's lazy, bro. He's a lazy recruiter. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to travel across the country on a private jet like Marcus Freeman does to get the number 1 and number 2 recruiting class.
That if the results are there.
And Charlie Weiss was the only Notre Dame coach since Marcus Freeman to pull a top class like this. Brian Kelly has never pulled a top class like this ever.
I ain't worried about ever. Class. I'm worried about wins, bro.
The thing about Brian Kelly is Brian Kelly would get 1 or 2 5-stars in every class.
Then what
if he has 10 3-star recruits, but he gets 2 5-stars, those are 2 guys that are coming in as freshmen ready to play, like a Michael Floyd, like a Manti Teo, like a Jalen Smith, like a Michael Mayer. You feel what I'm saying?
Bro,
that's the difference with Notre Dame.
Michael Floyd was a bust.
But he was a monster in college football. Monster.
You
couldn't guard him. I watched him play Florida State right up here in Tampa, Florida, where he scored 2 touchdowns and went off for over 100 yards, bro. Monster.
Yeah, but when he made it to the next level, he was a bust.
And that was playing Jalen Ramsey, by the way.
Well, it was a lot of this had a lot to do with that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like Notre Dame, bro, we always get some recruits because players, their parents, they come to Notre Dame with their parents, and their parents are like, okay, this school is gonna set my son up past college. So like some players, like their parents are like, this is where you're going because you're gonna.
I'll tell you this. I do I do like your coach right now. I do like your coach right now.
Difficult part of Notre Dame.
Dude, she just went in and out like crazy.
Yeah,
no,
I do. I'm rocking with your coach right now, though. I believe he can turn things around there for sure.
He already has, though. That's the thing.
Well, no, Brian.
Wise, he's recruited better than Charlie Weiss and Brian Kelly right now.
All we're seeing is recruits.
What was that?
So that's where it starts.
All we're seeing is recruits.
Yeah, it's true. You got to see the performance, and you got to see him develop the players.
I don't know, bro.
The
first game I saw him coach, we scored 38 points. That was the most we
Steelers
scored
got Chase Claypool from Notre Dame, and he ain't shit.
I mean, bro, he just had a good rookie season, guys. And then your quarterback couldn't throw 10 yards. Because he had fucking Tommy Johns in his fucking
elbow. That. And I'm a diehard Steelers fan. We need to talk to these guys. Get rid of them.
God,
you know what's funny is like no Steeler fan wants to talk about how they paid Big Ben all that money 3 years ago for him to play complete dog shit after you gave him that contract, for him to renegotiate it, for you still to pay him like $30 million for him not to be able to throw the ball 10 yards down the field. Then you want to complain about your deep threat receiver who needs you to be able to throw jump balls, but you can't throw the ball.
Did we make playoffs?
You made playoffs because Mike Tomlin's a great coach. Your quarterback was a fucking anchor.
Okay,
let me ask you something.
Is he a Hall of Fame?
How are you a Notre Dame fan? I never met a Notre Dame fan in my life, bro. Like, how the fuck?
My grandfather graduated.
I'm about to say, did you not have cable, bro? You only watching fucking NBC? How the fuck are you a Notre Dame fan,
bro? Notre Dame is the biggest brand in college football, brother.
The fuck? No. Back in the 70s, yes. Not anymore, bro. It's roll tide.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You think it's roll tide seriously? You really do?
Right now? Who's running college football? It's fucking roll tide, bro.
For like the past
you think they're a bigger brand than Notre Dame?
Huh?
You think they're a bigger brand than Notre Dame?
All them people who go for Notre Dame, they dying out, bro. That was back when there was no TV. There was the only team on TV.
Listen.
The only team on TV was Notre Dame.
That's what I want you to do. Because I've gone to many Notre Dame games in different people's stadiums. What I want you to do is to go to Notre Dame game, no matter where it is. Go. It doesn't matter what team you go to a Notre Dame game, no matter where it is, and tell me how the stadium looks. And you let me know whether we have fans or not. Because I know when I go to Notre Dame, like I went to Georgia Tech, which is nowhere near Notre Dame.
James is from Indiana, and he don't even rep Notre Dame, bro.
It's true. That's true.
Because some people are Hoosiers fans.
I'm a Gators fan.
What it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? And James was fucking lived in Florida most of his life.
Right.
But listen,
just say you ain't have no cable, bro. That's what that.
Listen, bro. Notre Dame is the biggest brand in college football till this.
No, the fuck they're not.
Yes, they are, bro. How are we telling NBC to sign us to a $75 million contract annually for fucking 6 games,
bro?
6 games, guys. $75 million.
They got deep pockets.
What other team is doing that? No other team can do that. No other team is able to stay independent. No other team. No. Texas. Texas is about to leave the Big Ten.
Yeah, SEC.
Come on, bro. Everybody's going to the SEC to get the money. We don't have to join the SEC to get the money. The SEC has to come to us and be like, hey, come join us. The SEC's been asking for Notre Dame and the Big Ten and the ACC, all of them.
Because they need
the biggest brand in college football. When Notre Dame goes, people will watch. It's a fact, bro.
They need some homecoming games.
Like we got Ohio State first game of the season next year. Then we got USC and Clemson.
Yeah.
Stanford. You know what I'm saying? And then Michigan ran from that smoke because we were blowing them out of the water the last few years. They want to run it back.
Yeah, Michigan's been.
And you know why Michigan wants to run it back? Because we're taking all their fucking recruits too. We just took Lloyd Carr's grandson.
You know, Smooth Recoil says, bro, 90% of the actors in Rudy are dead. It's over.
It's over, bro. It's done. It's over.
But you're still talking about it. How does that make sense?
No, you're talking about it.
No, bro.
You're talking about it.
Notre Dame has its own TV contract. We don't need to join a conference. We are bigger than the SEC. Alabama is not bigger than the SEC, brother. Sorry to break it to you.
Brother.
Sorry to break it to you. That's just not how that works. You can't be a bigger brand and you need a conference.
if Alabama was to go independent, they would still get the top recruits. And
they
still
couldn't because they don't have the money to go independent.
Everybody.
They don't have the branding to go independent. What you're failing to realize is Alabama, people outside the state of Alabama, you know what I'm saying, and the bandwagon fans, nobody gives a fuck about Alabama. There are no true Alabama fans. You know what I'm saying? That's why you had Nick Saban coming out and crying about his boosters not giving him money to get these recruits because they ain't no true Alabama fans, bro. Ain't no true alumni. Ain't no true money circulating there. Who do you know that's famous that went to Alabama? What famous oil tycoon? What famous tech guru? You know what I'm saying? Who? There's no true Alabama fans. Alabama fans are in Alabama. That's where you find them. Notre Dame fans are spread out across the nation. The nation, bro.
I don't know. I mean, I bet on Alabama every time they play. So
actually, the world. What am I talking about? The world. We're spread out across the world, bro. Notre Dame's a worldwide brand. That's what y'all fail to realize.
Because everybody likes your mascot, bro. That's the only reason why people. And you're on NBC. If you don't have cable,
bro,
most people don't even know
what the mascot looks like, dog. Stop the cap. They know what that. They know what that ND. They know what that ND is. That ND symbol.
Nobody's watching Notre Dame, bro. Like, nobody's watching that. I see a Notre Dame game on. They're up 13-10 against Boston College.
We're the one school that goes and has a game. Bro, we're the one school that goes and has a game in another country. What school is doing that? No other school is doing that. We have games in other countries. We go to Ireland and have games. We go to Britain and have games, bro. No other school does that because you don't have the branding to do that. We sell out stadiums. We went to Soldier Field. We went to a baseball field in New York and sold it out, bro. Come on,
the Dolphins went to London. What does that mean? It doesn't mean shit.
The NFL sent them to London. Notre Dame sent themselves to London. There's a difference. I
don't know.
Levels to it.
I don't know, like how.
There's levels to it, brother.
That Notre Dame's just spending all this money to do all this stuff.
Do you know Notre Dame puts real gold flakes in their helmets?
Oh.
Real gold flakes in their helmets. You don't think they're spending money?
They did that a few years ago. Are they still doing that?
Why is it not producing in the wins, bro? They need to take that money and buy some wins.
Do you know Notre Dame is win percentage for ever is 73?
Bro, they're like the oldest college team, bro.
Forever, brother. And then for the modern era, it's a 68%. It's third.
Half the wins.
But you don't want to talk about Notre Dame to be winning that.
But try to pull it.
We don't be winning that though.
No, but you can't just say that, Stacks. We got to verify that. You just were like,
half of those wins
in the chat when I was arguing with Paul. That's why I know it.
Pigskin helmets, dog.
Ohio State is the only team with and Alabama the only better win percentage in the modern era right now. Only two teams.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find that.
It's in the chat. Just go to the group chat. That glizzy shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, man. Y'all can hate on Notre Dame if you want, all y'all want to, but I know we be winning shit. We're always on TV.
And also,
and we don't play. And let me tell you something too. Y'all want to jock right Alabama.
Y'all have that
they're in the SEC and this, that, and the third. Let me tell you something about Alabama right now. We don't play Midwestern Northern State. You feel what I'm saying? Who's a D2 NIA school, and we're just giving them money to come beat the crap out of them. We don't get to do that. We're independent. We can't play no slouch teams like that. You know what I'm saying? We can't play no FCS teams. We have to play big programs, whether it's Marshall, Stanford, Cal. We don't get to play freaking, you know what I'm saying, Folgate, like these SEC teams do. Didn't Florida lose to Folgate a couple years ago or something like that?
I'm not. Why are you even bringing them up? We're not even talking about Florida.
I'm just sorry, bro.
Notre Dame's trash, bro.
Just shot.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, that was
trash.
Well, so
I mean, I don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know the last like player that came out of Notre Dame that did any good. You know, I don't know. I can't.
Yeah. I mean, they have
first team All Pro left guard.
Okay, some linemen. Okay.
Tight end.
Yo.
Tyler Eifert, you know what I'm saying? Kyle Rudolph. You feel what I'm saying?
Somebody just got their hair cut.
Hear him smile. You got some guys, man.
That was nuts. Hey, by the way, so this is what Deuce was referring to. I don't know if y'all could see that.
Yeah.
Notre Dame
73 and 73. Oh wow, look at that.
Is that Alabama?
Wow.
Yeah, where's Alabama at?
Wow.
Number one.
Wow. And you know why Alabama's at the top? Because if you look, they've won 89% of their games in the modern era, and Notre Dame's only won 73 with sorry-ass coaches like Brian Kelly. If we get a better coach in there like we have now, we're going to be dominant again, bro. Watch. Y'all going to be sick next year. The next couple years when you're watching Notre Dame be dominant, I'll be laughing. We'll come back in this.
I mess with y'all coach.
So I need to pause from both of you.
No. I mess with y'all coach right now, so I feel like he can turn it around. But I'm gonna walk outside because I got some construction going on right now, so I'm gonna rewind on the line. But we going up, bro. I'm gonna walk outside real quick.
You're all good. No, but I mean, definitely, this is something to definitely revisit. All right.
Yeah. Charlie Weiss is terrible, man.
We're there.
I'm just telling you, Dolphins game, bro.
Yeah,
the Dolphin game.
Jesus, this man's setup is crazy.
Like Durham Smythe is a Dolphin.
So your setup is nuts.
Yeah,
the tight end.
Right. I got that. 81. I got an 83 hanging on the wall, bro. So you already know we got to go crazy.
Yeah, just hang the modest 83 up and then refer to it as 83.
Yeah.
No, that's boss talk. Thank you guys for tuning in to Cloth Talk. This is the new podcast we got going. You know what I'm saying? Everybody show their entertainment systems. I want to make sure everybody's right.
Living good, nigga.
What was the phone I gotta find?
You said what?
I had mad shit on my phone to talk about. I want to make sure we hit it.
Yo, let's talk about Julio signing with the Bucks, bro.
That was it. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely.
Julio's garbage, man. He's trash.
Who says
what?
Julio trash, bro. He washed now.
He's trash, but Claypool isn't. Get real.
He's washed now, bro. He
had
33.
Tannehill for a quarterback.
He's
and before
33.
that, he had he was in Atlanta with the other guy, Matt Ryan or whatever the fuck. Come on, bro. He's washed.
He can't even make it through a full season.
They don't even need to.
He didn't even make it through a full season. Derrick Henry played 8 games.
Man, look, dude.
AJ Brown was over there doing it by himself.
I'm not even a Tampa fan, bro, and they might fuck around and win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They still got
and here's the thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing because he only has to be a third option.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's why it's good.
They still
if
got
he had to be a number 1 or number 2, they would suck. Leonard Fournette came over. He came in at 260 pounds this offseason. Stop asking about Leonard Fournette.
Bro, but
have him.
That's why it's deadly though. They don't even need to really count on any of these guys. It's all get ready, be ready, playoff time. Really.
What the fuck? What the fuck going on here?
We can see you, just so you know.
But I can't see y'all. I can't exit out.
You need Leonard Fournette to be good, so
I need
he can carry you somewhat through the season.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, man. Definitely, I'm gonna put a bet on them for sure to win the Super Bowl. And I'll be doing that this weekend.
You going to Vegas, bro?
No, I'm gonna put it on Bovado.
If I had to put 2 bets in, I was looking at it the other day. It would be for 2 sleeper Super Bowl teams. It'd be the Saints and the Raiders.
Ravens.
The Ravens too, but the Ravens odds are plus 2,000. The Saints and the Raiders were plus 4,000 and plus 4,500. Now the Raiders are a sleeper team because Max Crosby and Chandler Jones off the edge.
Yeah,
that's gonna be dangerous. That's gonna be something to fuck with. I'm interested to see that.
That's true. I mean, as a sleeper, you want somebody that's not obvious. Obviously, I think
no, like a sleeper. I was looking at. I'm like $50. Which is like $2,000.
Yeah, Raiders, you're bugging. But
the Raiders, they just got Devontae Adams and Chandler Jones. What do you mean?
Derek Carr playing
game changers.
They still got Derek Carr playing quarterback. Josh Jacobs.
They have Josh Jacobs, who's a good running back, and then they got Darren Waller, Zay Jones.
Oh fuck! He said, obviously, we don't want someone that's not obvious. It is the Raiders. That'd be a big surprise.
Yeah. Specifically the sleeper part of the question.
Nah, bro. I'm just saying. When I looked at the odds, I'm like, all right,
they're
the most for your dollar. Those are two good ones. The Saints and the Raiders, bro. I'm telling you.
They've been.
I like those picks. Those teams were pretty bad last year. I think they made a lot of moves. They'll be good this year.
They have Jameis Winston at quarterback, bro.
Yeah, but he was playing good before he got hurt last year. What do you mean?
Yo, why you did that? Why you did the Raiders like that, bro?
It's the Super Bowl. Hard, like, bro. It's hard to get to it. Like you saying, these teams are like
they can do it.
Well, for the dark horse, let's pick a team that, like, just like I said, like the Ravens, they're a good team. They got a franchise quarterback. They've added a few pieces. He's coming into a year where he's hungry, a contract year. Makes a lot of sense. They've never been there before, though, so it would be a surprise. You pick the Raiders, cuz they got Derek Carr. The fuck is their head coach? Like, I don't know. I'm confused by that pick. Outside of Devontae Adams, who else is like Darren Waller? I'll say that, but like, who's wide receiver too?
That white boy, Henry something. Rudolph Henry.
You got Zay Jones. You got Hunter Renfro. Listen, they're a sleeper team, and y'all were making fun of them. When they're good this year, I don't want to hear shit from y'all.
Nah, you said Super Bowl, buddy.
Y'all sleep on that.
Don't say good.
You're sleep on Super Bowl. I feel like they can win their division. They're one of the toughest divisions. They win that, they can win a Super Bowl.
Bro, that's one of the dumbest parts of your argument. They're about to get Kansas City Chiefs.
How are they going to get dog walked, bro? They went through allegations with their coach being a racist. You know what I'm saying? And still they were one game out of the playoffs, dog. What are we talking about?
Broncos is going to give Broncos
got a lot better.
You need to stop the cap.
Yeah, Broncos are going to give them the business. The Chargers are going to give them the business.
The Broncos need a pass rush. They don't have a pass rush.
Homeboy's going to give them business.
I forgot he's got to play Russell Wilson too now. Yeah. Brother, that was the craziest shit you could have said.
They're gonna make it out of that division. Watch. I put money on it too. I bet it.
The top three to win the Super Bowl is the Bills, the Bucks, and the Packers.
Bills, Bucks, Packers.
We know the Packers ain't gonna win it like always. It's a waste of money.
Yeah, I wonder why the Packers are that high.
The Bills can't make it out of the division, and they should this year with Von Miller, but they still won't do it. The Bucks have a chance, but Tom, after I saw last year, I have no faith in Tom being able to carry his team.
Yeah.
Rodgers either.
Yo, that Julio pickup's huge, bro. I don't care what you say.
I mean, just because he's a third option.
It don't matter what
he's a third option. That's why it's huge.
Brady's gonna find a way to get him the football.
The problem is that Julio needs to have impact like AB had to where he can become a number one receiver in games. And
this shit knows when he's saying yeah, he turns his ass into a rope every time.
No,
yeah.
What I'm saying is,
run that back. What you said?
Julio can't do what AB did for the Bucks when they won the Super Bowl. AB became a number one receiver in the playoffs. Like Julio can't do that.
I believe AB's that dude. AB's that dude. I get that, but I'm just saying you still got Mike Evans. You don't need that though. You still got Mike Evans. You got Godwin, and now you're bringing in Julio Jones, bruh. Brady is gonna work with anybody. He was out there working fucking with Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola
last year and couldn't do
motherfucking Wes Welker, and when they go anywhere else, they're all trash. So what's the denominator? It's all Tom Brady, bro. He can make anybody.
Wes Welker, we already debunked that shit. Wes Welker was great without Tom Brady. That's false.
With Peyton.
Where?
When he went
in Denver? He had one good year. He had one good year. He had one good year.
2 good years. He had 2 good years.
No, he had one good year.
He had 2 good years. He had 1 year when he had like 1,400 yards and like maybe 7 or 8 touchdowns, and then the next year he had less yards but more touchdowns. So he had some pretty good years.
Real quick, I just want to make this clear. So with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, AB never had over 550 yards with them and never caught for more than 4 touchdowns with them.
He said playoffs though. He said playoffs though.
No, he did. I know he did, but that's where one, I think Julio Jones could give you at least those kind of numbers. And then also, if you're talking about in the playoffs, I think if you need him for just one game or one quarter to be Julio Jones old, I think you can get that out of him, especially if he's tired. Like in Tennessee, who's going to get the most out of Julio Jones? Is it
not fucking Tannehill?
He wasn't even a number 1. He was a number 2.
Bro, but that's my thing. He couldn't get the most out of him. That's just point blank period.
Yeah,
he wasn't really a number 2. He was a number 3. Derrick Henry was a number 1. Brown was a number 2, and then Julio was 3. Third option.
By the way, Paul hopped in the comments. Just want to read his comment real quick. By the way, Smooth Recoil says not a game changer, and then Paul says,
"Who's not a game changer? Who's not a game changer? Julio?
I'm so sick of Paul. Just hating. Just hating. Here's Julio in the conversation, and he's just gonna hate.
No, he's hating about Julio.
Comment, bro. You're getting so emotional. Chill. He said AB did not become number 1. LMAO. Number 1 about stats. It's about game plan. Deuce Andretti is a stupid bastard. Wow, he went a little far when he said that.
No. Who wasn't a game changer? Who wasn't a game changer though?
Well, I think
what they're saying. They're saying the same person that we're talking about, AB. Like, I don't know if y'all watched this in the playoffs when they were winning that Super Bowl, but AB was the number 1. When Tom Brady needed to get the ball and get a first down, he was looking for AB. He wasn't looking for nobody else.
Smooth is the game changer. I'm just curious.
Who? What? Oh, you're asking who the game changer is, right?
Yeah, I'm asking.
He was number 2 with AJ Brown. So AB was a number 2 with Tampa Bay. Okay, that's why Mike Evans begged him not to leave the field when they were going into the playoffs last year. Begged him.
I mean, you're gonna make everything.
Held him in restraint. He said, "You could do whatever you want after the fact. Let's just go get one more."
Now that motherfucker's performing at Rolling Loud and shit. What it could have been.
He don't give a damn. He got money. It's not about for him, bro. He just like playing football. He don't even care. He probably goes to play semi-pro if the people were good enough.
Yeah, just bullshit with.
It's just not fun.
Yo, Caleb, how do you feel about? Man, you're a Steelers fan. So, what's your opinion on AB?
He's a Steelers fan. He doesn't get one.
I think he's raw. I think the dude that man's that dude, but I don't know. I mean, after his Rolling Loud appearance, you know, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Is he gonna? Are you asking? Is he gonna be back in the league? I don't know.
Your opinion on him overall, really?
Overall, I mean, he's raw. I think he fucked up for not sticking with the Steelers, just like AB. No, not AB. Le'Veon Bell.
What?
Came out the other day and straight up was like, you know, I fucked up when I held out. I should have played because we were a Super Bowl contract. When we had AB and Le'Veon, we were a Super Bowl contender, and we lost both of them.
Killer bees, bro.
You know, it just went downhill from there.
Why didn't y'all pay him?
But I don't know all that.
Because Le'Veon wanted to get paid like a receiver because he was lined up. He was lined up 80% of the not 80%, but he was lined up a lot of snaps.
80 receptions.
He had 80 receptions, but he was lined up, so he wanted to get paid like a receiver instead of a running back because obviously receivers make more than running backs. So that was his argument that hey, I'm lined up more at receiver than I am at running back.
He wanted guaranteed money.
Yeah, and he didn't end up getting paid shit because he ended up getting traded.
He got paid
to the Jets. He went to the Jets.
He got paid
much more than what he would have played. He would have stuck it out, bro. He'd probably still be with the Steelers, bro. Come on.
Well, you have to think he did take less money with the Jets than what the Steelers offered him, but it was all guaranteed money. So even when he still got paid.
It's just the life expectancy on a running back. Owners are not going to pay that. The same thing Zeke's about to run into.
27, 28, they don't want to pay you.
Zeke is done after this, bro. That's just what it is. You look at it, Melvin Gordon tried that same shit, and look what happened to him. He sat out almost a damn whole season, and now he's getting less money than what was on the table. So as a running back, it's just hard to bet on yourself because motherfuckers know that, hey, we can find somebody else in the draft. It doesn't matter. Running back is a dime a dozen.
I kind of think it is, but those examples, like with Zeke, he's an example of somebody that actually did get paid, though. He held out and he ended up getting that big contract from
running back should get paid.
Yeah, but he's not going to get paid again, though.
What's fucked up?
This is it.
His fault, though. He's not performing.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I think the expectations are unrealistic.
Now he's not performing either.
But it's unrealistic. But expectations for running backs are unrealistic. They want you to block, they want you to catch, and they want you to run the ball. But they want you to get paid the least amount of money to do it.
Hey, by the way, Paul, real quick, go ahead and finish what you have to say, but I want to read this comment from Paul because I think it's interesting.
Go ahead. It is.
He's saying Le'Veon Bell needed the right system, but nobody is paying a scheme back like that. I completely disagree with that, to be honest with you.
I disagree too. Pittsburgh was definitely the right system. I just think that taking that year off hurt him for whatever reason, and then going to the Jets, bro. The Jets are sorry as fuck. Like, nobody
his run
makes
style
it.
was a lot of feel, though. His run style was a lot of feel. So when he took that year off,
it's vision.
When he took that year off, his vision changed. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're playing football every year of your life, you develop a certain kind of,
James Conner came behind him and like started his running style started to like mirror Le'Veon's running style, and that was when he was actually doing a little something for Pittsburgh. But we got rid of him because he wasn't doing enough.
Your line got really bad though too. I don't even think it was the running backs. Your line has been okay, not terrible, but okay. And
he's doing pretty straight right. He's doing straight right now for the Cardinals though. James Conner, he had a good season last year.
No, but the thing is though, is with them they got running offensive linemen. With the Steelers, they want to try to get these guys who could pass block to protect Ben, and it just he just wasn't throwing the ball.
We got it set up right now. Honestly, I think we're good right now.
Well, you got some more running. You got some more linemen. Thank God.
Le'Veon
quarterbacks.
With Le'Veon Bell, because I think it's an interesting topic. I don't want to move past it too quick. I think in that case, I agree with you, Deuce. I think a lot of his game is feel and like just consistently being surrounded by the game and removing yourself from that for a year. And then when you return with an offensive line, a shitty scheme, shitty coach. Everything is just playing a rookie quarterback, I believe, at the time, or second year quarterback. And that's his fault, though, to be honest. I mean, he made the decision to go with the team that was going to pay him what he wanted to get paid, and that was what the whole argument was about. And I think maybe what Skipper was talking about as far as like the post that Le'Veon made, where he was talking candidly and saying that he kind of regretted how that decision went. You can't go back in time or whatever. I think that's probably more the mistake he made, rather than, like life is about a balance. Like, you know what I mean? You could have got paid. It may have been a bit of a fraction of what you wanted, but you could have went to a good situation and still prospered. At the time that he went out, he was arguably the best running back in the NFL. I would say he was. That's why I disagree with Paul. I think that
CMC is getting paid.
He was extremely versatile as a player. I think there's several schemes, and I think there's several players that came after him where their style emulated Le'Veon's style as far as just being extremely versatile. And Alvin Kamara for sure. And he's somebody that you could put playing a wide receiver position, get him the ball in space, and then now you have an actual big ass running back in space that's able to make moves. Like it was, and also he reminded me of Patrick Mahomes in a way like this, where it's like the way that he ran, because it was so patient, it stood out. Like when you watch Le'Veon Bell, his style was so unique that it actually stood out when you saw him play football compared to other running backs.
Yeah.
And I very rarely see that. With Barry Sanders, you see that because he's so elusive. So like he has a signature. With Le'Veon Bell, man, when you watched him, it was an experience. He was one of my favorite players to watch at that time. That's why I think it is really one of the primes that really did get stolen from him more than anything, because of the unfair franchise tag rules. I mean, he's an example of that. And one day I hope they make a documentary or a story kind of like going through everything that he was going through at the time, but just what that fight really meant as far as the franchise tag and how unfair it is, specifically to your point, to players that are playing positions like running back that have a very short window. So when you have teams that are paying you, but they're not going to commit to you long term, like I want to read some of these comments real quick, unless you all if you guys want to respond, you guys can go ahead.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah, for sure. No, 100% right. I mean, yeah, Alvin Kamara is definitely Le'Veon Bell for real right now in the NFL. Like they run the same way, and that started from Le'Veon. So,
you got Le'Veon, and then you got another player that you can mention this, but didn't have a contract dispute. But Le'Veon Bell was almost able to thrive because Reggie Bush came before him. I feel like with the why
like that?
Not in the NFL, bro. They didn't run. I mean, Reggie Bush, if you're going to talk about it, his career was good when he went to Miami. That's when you can really consider him as a running back. He took more of the running load. But he wasn't as patient as a runner as Le'Veon was.
No, I agree.
He could catch it out the backfield, but he wasn't as patient as a runner.
He was more twitchy though.
Well, and he's one of the first running backs I remember being played outside of the backfield in a wide receiver. That's really what I mean more than anything.
He caught passes. He did catch a lot of passes.
Bell is like leagues above Reggie Bush as a NFL running back. But I think that what Sean Payton did with Reggie Bush, and it's a copycat league. We talk about that all the time. Everybody talks about that all the time. So when the Saints showed you what was possible when you got creative with the running back, I think the Steelers really took that and ran with it with Le'Veon Bell. And they had a player. Yeah, go ahead.
Another running back was Matt Forte, too.
Oh, it's a great call out. I'm going to be honest. From a fantasy football perspective, I hate that bastard.
Forte.
So Reggie Bush, I mean, he had around 3,500 yards for his career. Receiving, he had 172 first downs, 661 targets, 477 receptions.
What's the most receptions he ever had in a season?
And he had 18 touchdowns. Most receptions in a season. Yeah. His first year with the Saints, 88.
That's Le'Veon.
742 yards, 2 touchdowns, 32 first downs.
To your point,
that was his best year receiving.
When you start that, and he was lining up at wide receiver, but I think that's how many receptions he had. So you're talking about a running back that's touching the ball, and this is where he's different from Reggie Bush. He's touching the ball 250 times a season, but he's touching it 80 times as far as with receptions and things like that. I do want to go ahead and read some of these comments real quick because we got them coming through. Paul is firing back with some of this Le'Veon talk. So he says he's a slow play zone back. New York wasn't running that. They weren't running out of gun for speed zone. Pittsburgh line got old and all left the same offseason. Najee has the same style, and you see how it works. You need to be explosive. The issue also comes that when you hit 28 plus, explosion leaves. Okay, so you're saying when you're over 28 years old, you're not as explosive.
You got to put respect on Reggie Bush's name.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's put that respect on him in just 1 second. Almost done with these. New York wasn't doing that neither. Passing to him, so he's saying they weren't using him in the passing game. Ricky Williams was only real player, is what Recoil said. And Paul says Reggie was 10 years too early. No, I agree with that, honestly. I think a pioneer in a lot of ways because of that. So, Deuce, go ahead and let us know why do we need to put some respect on.
Reggie Bush had better receiving numbers than Le'Veon Bell did for his career.
Really? I'm surprised by that. I mean,
honestly, let me look at that again because I might say he might have better rushing numbers.
Hell no.
So no, Le'Veon has the better rushing, but not by a lot, by like 1,000.
Really?
Yeah, but
how many years did they each play? Because I wonder if with all the stuff with Le'Veon, because he definitely cut his career short. So
Le'Veon played 10 years. He only had 3,200 yards receiving and 9 touchdowns. And then Reggie played 8 years. He had 3,500 yards and 18 touchdowns receiving.
Well, I think they played the same amount of years because he didn't play a lick in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Le'Veon didn't. So
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it looks like Reggie Bush was the pioneer of that passing in the NFL at the running back position. Problem is with Reggie, he shared time. He shared time with Mark Ingram and Pierre Thomas and all those guys. You know what I'm saying? He was never a lead back. So
when he was in Miami, he was the lead back. That's when he was considered running back.
I'll consider that though, but it doesn't mean he just wasn't a running back. It's just in the system that he was in that he wasn't getting utilized. And that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Well, when in Miami, when he was the lead back, he went for over 1,000 yards, and I enjoyed watching him play because he was really versatile and he ran his ass off, but he was still too small. He didn't last the entire season. He ended up getting hurt, and then I think the next year he came back, he got hurt again.
And you know what he talked about? He said he bulked up those years in Miami because he was taking on the heavier load. And it's crazy because you said that you still thought he was too small.
Yeah. Paul, by the way, says Brian Westbrook as well. So, yeah, I would say as far as pioneering in my lifetime, the running back being a receiving option, Brian Westbrook was the first one I really remember. Right. But I think that where it kind of separates it is Brian Westbrook was always a running back being used outside the backfield. When it really got revolutionized is with Sean Payton, in my opinion. with which maybe deserves more credit than.
No, you gotta give it to Andy Reid. If you're talking about Westbrook, and then you also got to look at Darren Sproles was right behind that as well. Same system.
But how do you give it to, like I said, as far as creativity, do you remember him being used outside of screens and, like wheel routes, things like that?
Like middle screens, jailbreaks, and stuff like that. Like, because that's what Reggie was doing. Reggie was all over the field catching passes.
For sure.
They put him at the wide receiver.
But,
he run right by guys.
Yeah, I mean, I remember specifically them liking to line him up in the inside so he'd get lined up against like some kind of outside linebacker and he'd just dust their ass.
Yeah, mismatch.
Hit him
sure.
a little whip route, catch something inside.
Yeah.
I don't know. Running backs is a very hard position. Like, okay, so if you guys had to pick your top 3 running backs right now, who would you pick?
In the league of all time.
In the league right now, top 3.
So Jonathan Taylor, number 1 for me. Not a question.
Mine will be Derrick Henry, number 1.
Okay.
Jonathan Taylor had a good year, and then I'm gonna go with Kamara.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So I would say for sure Jonathan Taylor, and then for sure Derrick Henry. Then after that, I think it gets a little sketchy. Like I think you can consider Nick Chubb. Are you saying top 5, right?
Top 3.
No, he said 3.
Oh, 3. Yeah, I would say okay. So, damn, yeah, that's harder.
I'll let you think about it. I would go
discussion.
Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, right?
Nick Chubb's a beast.
And then it'd be Derrick Henry or Alvin Kamara.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just copied our list.
Would you over
Derrick Henry's 3rd for me. You guys put him 1st and 2nd.
All right, yeah, your big star. Got it. Go ahead.
It matters. It matters. He's 3rd on my list, and 3rd you could really be in the mix for anybody. I mean, you could.
I just think we gotta see more of Najee Harris. That's my only thing. Like I think Najee has the potential, but we need to see more. Like they've been putting it. Derrick Henry's been doing this for years on years.
Who'd you say?
Nick. He says Najee. He wants to know what's going on with Najee Harris. But I said
Najee's up there. He's a top 5 running back right now.
We just gotta see. We gotta see more though. We gotta see more.
Let's get the op droppers list. Let's get it.
I don't know if you need to see more. He's top 5 for me. I
agree with you guys. I would say Derrick Henry for sure. Alvin Kamara, and
maybe Najee.
I don't know. I don't know who I would go with number 3.
Yeah. Another person who doesn't have the opportunity, who's raw as fuck, is fucking Kareem Hunt. That's somebody who if he didn't get in that situation where he fucking knocked out the chick or whatever the fuck he did, some wild shit in the hotel, Kareem Hunt would be up there for sure.
Paul, I'm not a Bama hater. Paul. I just call it how I see it. And I sent you a list where he was ranked number 3 on it, and you complained about it. So now I'm consistent with that list. You're mad. Come on, man. It was Jonathan Taylor, then it was Nick Chubb, and then Derrick Henry was 3. And they said why he was 3. They said it looked like he was on the decline.
Well,
he got hurt.
Derrick Henry coming off an injury would be my biggest question. In the comments, Paul says Denzel is a Bama hater. Only list in the world that would put Derrick outside of one or 2.
But we act like Nick Chubb has not been consistently great for years.
No, Nick Chubb's a beast, bro.
You act like I'm putting a bum in front of him, bro. Like I'm putting Nick Chubb in front of him. Like, come on. And Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor can do what Derrick Henry does, and then also do what Christian McCaffrey does. That's why Jonathan Taylor is my number 1. He can be a bell cow in the middle, running up the middle, and then you could also pass the ball with him like Alvin Kamara and Christian McCaffrey. But that's dangerous. He just so happens to play for the Indianapolis Colts, and they suck. But if he was on another team with like an Aaron Rodgers, his numbers would be crazy, bro.
Yeah. By the way, so Paul says also, he says, stop the cap. You don't have a Bama player top anything. Not Minka, not Marlon, not Derek. You're a hater, sir.
Actually, Minka and Marlon are both in my top 5 at their position. So you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Those are the only players that I say you guys have gotten right over the last few years, because you guys are a football factory and you pump them out, but they don't stay very long.
Minka came out of Alabama?
Yeah.
Word.
And then we fucking traded his ass.
That makes sense.
Goofy.
Yeah, we love him. We love him where he's at.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
He's talking about like he literally brought up the 2 Alabama players that I actually like.
But I will say though, James, I'm fucking with Javon Holland though for sure. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Nice. I'm fucking with Javon Holland. So
no, me too. I mean, look, you gotta love the one you're with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because not coming back because you miss him.
And he wasn't doing that. And he wasn't doing that shit either. Because they were playing him different. Like he gets a free roll.
I like Javon Holland. He's a hitter.
He is he's nice.
He's a hitter.
He go crazy. He go crazy, bro. Javon Holland go crazy. What do you think? Speaking of Dolphins, what do you think about that list? Because I know the last time we were on the pod together, we talked about Xavier Howard. They don't even have him ranked in Madden right now, top 10.
Bro, that list is stupid as fuck.
Well, it's crazy because it's a down year for him, but he's still ranked 70. So it's like,
dude, I'm talking, man. Come on, don't be disrespectful.
My bad, man. I couldn't even hear you.
He asked me a question about Dolphins player, man. Look, so
Deuce was on the pod too, and remember, I told y'all, boy, I'm a Dolphins fan. I told y'all, boys, like, hey, after Xavier Howard last year, he just wasn't it, bro. He just wasn't it.
Who you think is the best top 10 players at whatever position from Madden, then I'm pulling your football card straight up because they also they have Tom Brady better than Patrick Mahomes. So I mean,
Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson.
It's all over the place wild. So it's like
I get that, but I'm just saying you don't find that funny that other people outside are thinking like that with that logic of Xavier Howard.
No, I don't think it's funny.
He just got paid.
Xavier Howard, like that's crazy.
He just got paid. You're not paying a guy that kind of money if he's playing that bad. Like,
we paid.
He had like 4 or 5 interceptions last year in a bad year.
We paid Byron Jones that money, and that nigga's trash.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No.
But he's not trash.
He's fucking trash.
He's not. So here's the thing about Byron Jones. The problem is with Byron Jones is he's a zone corner. He's a zone corner.
Great point.
You guys play a lot of man. So what you have to do is you guys are playing man on one side sometimes and zone on the other side. You know what I'm saying? He's a zone corner. That's what he played his whole career in Dallas. That's when he was great. He can break on the ball. He's very fast, quick, and explosive. And you're not just gonna run by him because he's fast. But if you're gonna play him a man and he has to chase people around and try to shadow people, he's gonna get exposed.
I don't know, bro. I've seen a lot of people run by Byron Jones this year, bro.
And I'll be real, your defense, your corners are not the problem. It is your defensive line. I will say that till I'm blue in the face. Get some pass rushers and watch how them boys eat.
By the way, Paul is saying Byron is not trash. Several explanation points after that. They don't throw his way. He was hurt this year or last year.
They don't throw his way.
Is he a Dolphin fan?
Is he a Dolphin fan?
No, they throw his way. They throw his way. I will say they throw his way.
He's a Dolphin fan?
Yeah.
Then what fucking game is he watching, bro? Because Byron Jones is getting out there.
The thing is, you gotta understand these Dolphins fans are delusional.
I'm a Dolphin fan though.
Jesus Christ.
I ain't about delusional. I'm a Dolphin fan.
No,
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
You're one of the few.
Sixth in pass rush. Paul, stop it. You guys haven't been sixth in pass rush in the last 15 years, Paul.
Bro,
what are we talking
about? All right,
about?
They lost 6 straight last year, and then won.
You guys haven't had a pass rush since Jason Taylor was playing. We did look it up. I'm not looking it up again.
I know that last year.
Nobody complained about the pass rush, brother. You have Emmanuel Ogbah. He had 11 sacks. That was the most on your team. Do you feel that's great?
And then Jalen Phillips had 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what are we talking about? But you have Cam Hayward and freaking TJ Watt that probably combined for 36 sacks last year. And you want to talk about the fucking 19 that you got? Are you kidding me? What the fuck are we saying?
All I know is I'm not talking
36 about between 2 players.
Our pass rush, but TJ Watt's a beast. For one,
he's a beast because the guy at the 3 technique inside is a monster. That's why he's a beast.
All I know is Byron Jones needs to get the fuck out of there. That's all I do know. Please.
I think if you guys can get some edge rushers, bro, you guys will be fine. You guys are going to need edge rushers. Bro. You're going to need some edge rushers for your conference anyway, because you got to get Josh Allen on the ground. Mac Jones can't really run a lot, but Zach Wilson, he's knocking off mamas, so he's going to get jiggy.
He's locked in. You already know.
He's locked in. Yeah, he's a gamer. He's a gamer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I think he's going to come out and be trash this year. He might have 2 more years left.
He's going to knock off everybody mama, though.
Who has 2 more years?
Zach Wilson.
You don't think he's going to make it?
Well, no. Because I don't think the entire regime that's there right now is going to make it.
You don't think so? I think they're going to be decent, bro. I mean, they got they got some pieces that they're building.
We already went through this. We established that the Dolphins get coverage sacks, and you guys have a terrible pass rush. Stop it. We already discussed this.
They're coming for Denzel's head right now in the chat.
We already discussed this, and you want to sit here and keep going back over it, dude. Like, what are we doing?
What they said in the chat, bro?
He's saying that you guys had 48 sacks and you guys were 6th in the league last year.
That's not all he said. He says, "There's Denzel's."
I'm giving you what actually matters, because everything else he's saying is nonsense.
No, we want to hear.
Let me hear.
Hear the personal insult as well, Denzel. All right, so it says there's Denzel trying to say stuff about what he doesn't know. 48 sacks for the 6th in the league. You said 19 sacks, and now you backpedal. Yeah. And then he did say
19 sacks from Jalen Phillips and Emmanuel Ogbah, your 2 edge rushers. Your 2 predominantly edge rushers.
And then he was comparing the 2 players from the Steelers.
And then you want to compare Cam Hayward and TJ Watt, who combined for 36 by themselves. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Difference, bro. And we're not even talking about who the other edge rusher was on the other side getting sacks for the Steelers.
Yeah, I wonder where they ranked overall. And I mean, where were the
Steelers?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because you got 48 sacks doesn't mean that you got 48 sacks because you had someone going in there and creating havoc. You know what I'm saying? When you have Xavier Howard and Byron Jones and you have all this invested into your defensive backfield, yeah, you're going to get some coverage sacks. That's going to happen. But when your leading sack guy has 11 sacks for the season, bro, that's not great. There's 17 games in the season. He had 11 sacks.
Damn, bro, they left all the bones just chicken trying to kill me over here.
For real.
All the hardwoods and everything.
It's a team. I understand it's a team. But what you're not going to say is that you guys have a great pass rush or a good pass rush. You guys have some role pieces right now.
And he's called you a hypocrite. He's saying, "Oh, you're saying it's a team, and then but then Byron sucks." So
Byron sucks. He didn't say Byron sucks.
I didn't say Byron sucks. I said Byron Jones is a good cornerback. He's playing in a wrong scheme.
I said Byron sucks.
You got to move Byron Jones to a scheme where he can sit in the zone.
The Dolphins fan says Byron sucks. No, I feel you.
The Dolphins fan says Byron sucks.
Yeah, I didn't say Byron Jones sucks. I said the defensive backfield is good. I said your defensive ends are trash.
No,
Jalen Phillips got potential, though. He got potential. But, that only goes so far. My dog's in Miami. You never know what he might do.
By the way, so moving into basketball, Draymond Green, he was saying, I think it was yesterday, he was talking about the 2017 Warriors team. And he went ahead and he said, obviously, he would take that team over the 98 Bulls. And that created this conversation that happens once a year. So wanted to get your guys' opinion on that. How you guys feel about it? What team would come on top? And by the way, also with this KD, he also chimed in on it on Twitter, and he said something along the lines of all I know is that he said, all I know is that Steve Kerr would have us put in the Steve Kerr in the pick and roll.
Yeah. I mean, he's right, bro. I mean, they're going to find the mismatches. That's what Steve Kerr does. Steve Kerr is good at doing those adjustments at every time. That's why they win a lot of those finals. Like last year, how they won the finals is they stopped playing offense and just focused on defense, and everything fell into place. They put different guys in. They put Gary Payton Jr. They went ahead and played Otto Porter into the starting lineup. So they're going to make adjustments, Steve Kerr will. But who the fuck Steve Kerr going to guard on the Warriors? Nobody.
People forget Steve Kerr was a role player. He was coming off the bench. Like,
but he got But he got
Roman Harper?
Burned. He got
How about that? What about Scottie Pippen? What about Dennis Rodman? What are you gonna do with them?
Got burned.
What about Jordan? What you gonna do with him? Horace Grant? What you gonna do with those guys?
Klay Thompson
with the bench guys.
Klay Thompson on.
I agree. They probably get smoked. They get blown out the water. I agree with Draymond. Fuck them up on their head top. But
I mean, we just got to see what the athleticism was like, bro. Like right now in the league, the athleticism is at an all-time high, and it's only getting better. Back then, I don't know, bro. We got to see. Like Jordan would be the only person that I could feel like could play, but I feel like fucking KD would cook Pippen. Like that's not even a discussion.
Though. Like when people say, "Oh, the physicality thing is bullshit," I don't know.
Hold on, but they said KD would cook Pippen. Not even a question. Like, do we feel like that's 100% for? Like, I don't know about that.
I don't think so.
Yo, Pippen was a great.
Pippen was like that.
Yeah,
KD,
like you took him like.
Oh. KD would cook Scottie Pippen, bro.
You know why I say no?
Cook.
Because Scottie Pippen was LeBron James before LeBron James.
Hell no.
He was LeBron James before LeBron James. Played the same exact style, except he didn't have to be the scorer, so he didn't score. But he could score. He didn't have to.
KD can score on anybody. KD can get anybody buckets, bro.
Not on Jason Tatum.
Pippen's not stopping. He just had a bad. This was the first year that I ever seen that say that KD played bad in a playoff series. I don't know what happened.
Did you watch him when he played the?
I don't know what happened.
Did you watch him when he played LeBron in the finals? The first time?
He won MVP. He won MVP off of that. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, after that season, but in that finals, I mean, he folded.
He won Finals MVP.
No, I'm talking about when he was with the Thunder. Not when Steph carried him to the finals. Not when Steph carried him. I'm talking about when he did it by himself.
Yeah. Them boys was young, bro. Everybody go through it. What happened to LeBron when he went against the Mavericks? It's gonna happen, bro. You're gonna get beat. Teams are gonna beat you like that. No matter who played on that team, nobody was gonna beat the Miami Heat that year. They were just that determined to get that shit done, and they just ran into the buzzsaw.
But that's not true though, because everybody thought Miami Heat were walking through the Dallas Mavericks, and then they got their asses donkey stomped.
Yeah.
So it's like you have a chance, and OKC had the talent. They had the 6th man of the year. They had the MVP. Then they had Russell Westbrook, who was averaging like 28 some points per game, and they have no excuse for losing that. Honestly, they really don't. But like, I just want to point out to you that Kevin Durant has choked on the big stage multiple times. He's been locked up. Jason Tatum locked him up one-on-one in the playoffs last year. He was absolutely abysmal, and he got swept. This is what it is. Yeah. Do you feel like KD is
I don't know. So hold on. Hold on.
Oh, I thought we were past that already. I thought we were good on that.
Let's rewind that. So first of all, Jason Tatum didn't lock KD up. He just missed the shots that he usually makes. That's all that was. If you go back, KD usually hits those shots. He didn't make them, but it wasn't a lockup. It wasn't like Jason Tatum was out there blocking the shot. It wasn't like Jason Tatum was out there ripping him. KD's shots didn't fall, and we usually don't see that from KD. So that's what that's about.
Normally have a guy who's the same size, same athleticism, can move like him. You normally don't have someone that can get a hand in his face and disrupt his shot. Jason Tatum is 6'11". He's the same size as KD.
It just so happened, bro. I'm telling you like this. It just so happened that his shots weren't falling. Giannis is bigger than him, and he gave Giannis the business when they played the year before in the playoffs. So I'm just telling you what it was. Is he just
Giannis gave him 50.
KD can't guard
50.
KD can't guard Giannis. Come on, he's way bigger than him. But guess what? Giannis can't guard KD, bro.
Giannis can try. Giannis can guard him. Giannis can guard KD.
And what happened though? Did he
lost? What do you mean? What happened? He lost. He won. Giannis won the game. That's what happened. Giannis won the series.
If KD's foot wasn't on the line, it's over.
Yes, sir.
It's over.
You sound like Skip.
I'm just being
honest with you. I'm just letting you know that they lost it, but they also did they have all their players? Was Kyrie playing? No, they didn't. They weren't at full strength going against the Bucks.
Bro, we could put an asterisk on every game, bro. Every game when someone's get hurt, we can put an asterisk.
So you're telling me that team, the Nets, are expected. So if you had money to bet Kyrie not playing, you would bet that the Nets would beat the Milwaukee Bucks.
Let me ask you this.
Hey,
Kyle Lowry have a ring?
What's my man's name?
Does Kyle Lowry have a ring?
Hold on.
Is Kyle Lowry an NBA champion?
Hey, what's my man's name? Op Dropper, what you call him? Dropper. What's my man's name? What's his name? What's my man's name?
Skipper.
Big Dropper.
Skipper Dropper. My man's a betting man. You play on that Bravo shit. You mean to tell me that you would put your money on the fucking Brooklyn Nets if you know Kyrie wasn't playing against the Milwaukee Bucks? Would you do that?
A lot of people did.
You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do it, right?
No.
Hell no. Come on, bro. There's no asterisk talk is what it is. If you're not this year, hey, I'm gonna tell you like this. This year, injuries do matter, bro. Because guess what happened? If this year, if Middleton was playing, the Celtics wouldn't have been in the finals. It's just what it is. He's an important piece.
If we go with ifs, we could be here all day. Ifing ourselves to death. What I'm saying is we got to go with what we know and what we've seen.
It's different ifs. If you be like, well, if KD hit 5 threes, we would win. But if a motherfucker's not playing and he's on the roster, it'd be a different ball game, bro. That's not about ifs. It's a different ball game.
No, bro, listen. But no, that's not true because we saw Kyrie play this year. What happened? He got swept again. It was even worse this year than last year. He got swept by the Celtics.
The reason why they got swept is look at their team. They traded everybody away for fucking Ben Simmons not playing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Their roster.
Hold on. They got Seth Curry. They got Andre Drummond. They already had Joe Harris. You know what I'm saying? They already had Nicholas Claxton, bro. What else you want them to go get?
You're really gonna say a roster compelled of James Harden, and you're gonna give me back Seth Curry, and you think shit's gonna be all glitter and gold?
Seth Curry, Ben Simmons, and Andre Drummond. Yeah,
Ben Simmons didn't play.
Please.
Ben Simmons did not play.
He's gonna play this year, though, bro.
But Kyrie and KD is not gonna be there this year, bro.
Because they want to leave. That's not the team's fault. They didn't put the team together. They didn't give you the 4-year contract.
I'm talking about last year, bro. If it would be a different squad if Ben Simmons was actually on the floor. Now, if they could have won, I don't know.
They struggled. They wouldn't have got swept. Basketball.
They would not have got. But defending wise, Jason Tatum wouldn't have went off so easily. Ben Simmons is a great defender, bro. Don't get that shit twisted.
I agree with that.
Don't get that shit twisted.
He probably still isn't stopping Jason Tatum. To be completely honest with you, Tatum still gonna give him some buckets. And then here's the thing,
but it's not gonna be as easy.
When you put Ben Simmons on the floor, it's like putting Draymond on the floor, right? Offensively, they're going to let him stand in the corner wide open and double team KD and Kyrie. Ben Simmons will not be able to play in the playoffs with those two. Mark what I say right now. If they have to play with each other this year, they'll be great during the regular season. Come time to playoffs, Ben Simmons will not be playable because they will make him shoot, just like the 2017 Cavaliers made Draymond shoot the ball, and Draymond and Andrew and Harrison Barnes went fucking like 5 for 35 in the series.
Bruh, it's not. Well, I don't know what the game plan is gonna be. I'm gonna tell you like that. I don't know what the game plan is gonna be, but I know if I'm coaching, he's not standing in the corner because he's attacking the rim. So you can go ahead. He can get to the basket.
Yeah.
He can get to the I don't care. I'm not having he has the ball in his hand. Hey, you dribble penetrate. It's no standing around. Ben Simmons not standing around if he plays for me. You dribble penetrate. You telling me that you're gonna try to fucking come double team when we got KD and Kyrie out there? Good luck, bro. Good fucking luck.
I think Ben Simmons is like LeBron James, but he's not. He's a poor man's LeBron James, right? LeBron James wants to get you off the pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Wants to play high IQ basketball, and I don't think Ben Simmons is all the way there yet. So that's why I don't think he can play with a Kyrie or KD. Because to play with those guys, you have to have an IQ and understand to be able to get them in their spots, to get them open looks, and understand how you're going to manipulate the defense to do that. Ben Simmons showed me when he was younger, he was on his way to that, but I haven't seen him play basketball in 2 or 3 years.
No, I agree. You're 100% right. We don't know what we're going to get at. I'm just saying he's like Doc Rivers is making the mistake of saying like, hey, go ahead and shoot it. That ball should be in his hand and he should be driving to the rack every single time so that he can go ahead and dribble penetrate.
It's a Giannis situation though. They build the wall and then at least Giannis can shoot though. Giannis will bust a couple threes. If he shoots 6, he's gonna hit 2. But Simmons ain't gonna hit.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the formula. You can't force somebody to do what they're not comfortable with. You got to go with their strengths. You can't just sit there and be like, yeah, shoot it. If he's not comfortable doing so, which he's not, because it's not even the fact that it's either it's not even the fact that it's a make or miss situation. He's not shooting it. That's the problem. Like, it's not about make or miss. Like with Giannis, at least he's shooting it, and it's like, hey, shit, at least one of the 6 goals. You know what I mean? You're happy with that. Ben is not taking them. So that's the problem. Like, we got to stop this shit. If you're going to play, you're going to drive to the basket. You get the ball in your hand, drive to the basket. Make the defense come. He's 6'10". Fucking hook shot that bitch. Lay that bitch up. Dunk it. I don't give a fuck. But we're not going to have you just standing here as a wasted space. We're not doing that. That's just me.
Well, and that's the problem, though. You can't have him on the court just being a warm body on offense because it limits you what you can do. You literally have to have him as the pick man on your offense, setting all the screens, or you have to have him as the point guard because he can't play off the ball. So he limits what you're going to do. And then defensively, he has to anchor and take the superstar every time to make it value.
Kyrie's a slasher. Kyrie can slash to the hoop. KD, you can kick it out to him, and anytime he gets his shot, you got Seth Curry, as you alluded to. You got your Joe Harrison. You kick it out to them guys in his butter. But I don't know how they're gonna use them. So I'm just saying how I would use them.
Well, go ahead.
They don't move off the ball very well. KD and Kyrie don't move off the ball very well. So that's the problem. Like, everybody says, oh, they can play off the ball. People say that because they see Steph and Clay and Golden State do it. Right, but not every player has that conditioning. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying, though. If you think that they can't play off the ball, that's fine. But guess what? That motherfucker has to respect it sitting at the 3-point line with KD. Because if you crash, I'm kicking it to KD and it's a splash. Right. That's just what it is. If you leave Kyrie out there, hey, and you come draw in, I'm kicking it out, and hey. He might not splash it for 3, but guess what? He's going to get you up in the air, and then he's driving to the basket. So that's all I'm saying. That's how I would utilize Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Now, the original question, though, because we got a little off topic, was the Warriors versus the Bulls. And we have a couple comments in here that I want to bring it back to that. So Paul says, athleticism alone, Draymond would do his thing. Curry can shoot on anyone. KD would do his thing, but Scottie was their best defender. And then he says, nah, hold up. MJ can't just stick GSW, so KD is going to have a lot of open catch and shoots. Curry would sauce their ankles, and y'all forgot about Iggy. Well, didn't forget about Iggy, just not really a factor when we're talking about this situation. So, I mean, yeah.
Put him on the bench in 2017.
Well, I mean, but it's like he's a role player. He's gonna have an impact. But it's like at the end of the day, for me, I feel like the Bulls don't have an answer for what Golden State does best, and Golden State kind of just ironically does have the perfect answer. In my opinion, I think Klay Thompson is the difference maker because I think he can actually play defense against Michael Jordan and not take him out of the game. But it's like Michael Jordan might only have 30.
Nah, bro. Come on, man. No, Clay can't even guard Harden, bro. Harden be fucking cooking this nigga, bro. That ain't
Jordan's
happening.
probably still getting 60 or 70, but the Warriors
everybody else. I mean,
there's nobody on that Warriors team stopping Kevin Durant.
2017, the Klay Thompson was like arguably maybe you'd say Kawhi was a little bit better, but best perimeter defender in the league.
Top two-way player in the league, yeah.
I want you guys. Okay, that year that you said that.
Yeah,
I agree. That year that you said he was on his two-way shit.
Yeah,
James Harden went for 45 on his head top, bro. Like couldn't even keep up with him.
Well, so James Harden was going to the free throw line a lot, though.
For fouls.
No. Fuck the fouls. I'm talking about literally go up and watch the highlights of the shit. Cooking.
I mean,
James Harden was shooting like 20 free throws a game, though.
And also,
fuck the free throws, bro. I'm just telling y'all that there's no way that Klay Thompson's keeping up with MJ. It's not happening.
I'm not saying
he's gonna get his.
I'm not saying keep up.
Happening.
I still think he's going to put 30, 35 on him. But like, I mean, he might go for 60, but he's like in a game or something like that. If we're talking about the series, but I even I think Klay Thompson could do something. So it's like where
he's not going to lay down.
Not on MJ, bro.
See, Klay Thompson is the one player on Golden State that you tell me like will go head to head toe MJ. Like, yeah, Klay Thompson going toe to toe MJ.
Go ahead, look inside the phone. Look in the phone where I'm at. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm not saying.
No. Come on, bro. No, man.
Bro, I'm not saying once again that MJ is not going to do his thing. He's going to have a great series, but it's like at the end of the day, like, could he hold his own? Yeah, I mean, you're sitting on Klay Thompson to say he couldn't.
No.
Okay, James Harden like balled and did his thing. Like James Harden's also the best offensive player.
James, no.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and put up a poll on your Twitter. No, for real. No, real shit.
Gotcha.
Shit.
Sure.
Real
Okay.
shit. I want you.
What's the poll?
Politic, put up a poll. Can Klay Thompson defend Michael Jordan? And I want to see the results from those polls. Put up on Twitter. Put up on Facebook. Put up on Instagram.
In their prime.
It's hard.
But when you say can he guard, what does that mean? Okay, so we got to put.
Okay. Stop.
He's going to score 30 points.
Stop. Okay, would he give Michael Jordan problems? Was what you were saying? He would give him problems.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson is he's a 6'6" guard, so he's same size as MJ.
Big.
I mean, he could give him some problems. He can give some headaches. I agree. I do think he gives him headaches because and it's because of Klay Thompson's. If I'm saying this is because of his mentality. Klay Thompson's mindset.
Y'all boys is a little young. I feel y'all.
No, bro,
I feel
it's not
y'all.
Even about that.
Y'all boys is a little bit young. I feel
my
y'all.
guy's from Chicago, man. I trust me. I get it. But listen,
a little young. I feel you. He's a little bit young.
I wish Gates was in here because I'd smoke him too. I'm telling you right now. Listen.
I'm not saying MJ wasn't that guy.
If there's ever a player that was basically built to defend Michael Jordan, he damn near is it. His game is built around defense. How is it not? His game is
literally a two-way star.
He's
Klay Thompson.
Maybe a little thicker. So it's like, come on, man. What are we talking about? He's built for that.
Pressure cooker, bro. Now, if you were to say LeBron James, then I could say, okay, I could see that. But
because LeBron James hips aren't loose enough to guard him, bro.
You're putting Klay up to that stature? Nah, bro.
Nah.
I can't, man.
Klay. And going into that game, LeBron James, he has to carry an offensive load that Klay doesn't. Like, they're looking at Klay, they're like, today you're locking up the GOAT. That's all we need you to do. I'm going to dribble I don't have to. I'll catch
bro.
Opportunity. Other than that, I'm picking them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
Believe Jordan's got to chase around Klay on the defensive end.
Yeah, I don't.
Run with him off all them screens.
Jordan was a great defender, bro.
Yeah, but he wasn't chasing. But Jordan struggled when he had to guard people like Reggie Miller, and that's how Klay plays, like Reggie Miller. Running off all them damn screens. Tired
all night.
Yeah, no, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, bro.
Reggie Miller and Michael Jordan used to battle, brother.
That's blasphemy. That's
Reggie Miller 2.0 right there.
You're talking about the number one player.
Yeah.
On the top 75 list against someone who's not even on the top 75 list, bro. Blasphemy.
Which that was blasphemy that he wasn't on the top 75 list. That in itself.
He should have been on the 75. He should have been on the 75 list. But we're talking about a top 10 player, the number one player of all time, and you're saying Klay Thompson, bro? No, bro.
It's the perfect matchup because you have Michael. Game. His game is primarily built around his offensive prowess.
Where's the comments at? Did they leave? Everybody left? What's going on? Where they at? Where the comments at? Did they leave?
Nobody's saying shit right now because it's church. It's church right now. Yeah, they're feeling it.
Yo,
they're being educated. Feel that.
Tell PP Balcom, bro. What's his take on this shit?
Yeah.
PB?
He already's leaning Golden State, but he mentioned Iggy.
Golden State's taking a cake.
Yeah, I think Golden State's definitely taking it because where you have Michael Jordan, who's the best player on the Bulls, and he's going to be challenged in this game like he's never been challenged before. Then on the offensive end, who's going to challenge Steph like that? Honestly, you're gonna put.
No, I agree. I said Golden State's going to win, and I said it's because KD's going to give Scotty 50. Curry gonna go out there, go crazy, but Klay Thompson's not a factor in this, bro.
I think Curry's the X factor because
I think Kevin Durant is overrated. First off, so you're saying he's giving Scotty 50?
Real quick,
I highly disagree with that. Scottie Pippen is probably arguably one of the best defenders to ever play on a basketball court. He's a 6'7" guard.
Shut it down. I think he might have shut us down. But look, I feel the same way about the Scottie Pippen Kevin Durant matchup as I do the Michael Jordan and the Klay Thompson. It actually is a beautiful kind of like team dynamic because you have Scottie Pippen, which is basically the same thing as
Pippen is gonna elbow fucking Kevin Durant in his shit. Let's be honest.
It's the same thing as the Klay Thompson to the Michael Jordan thing, where his body is perfectly set up to defend Kevin Durant, and his game is based around defense. You're not going to need him to focus on the offensive output. So MJ is going to be able to go to him and say, "Yo, I got offensively. I need you to hold us down and shut Kevin Durant down tonight." And he probably isn't going to shut him down. I don't
say. Tell these guys they're crazy. Say hello. Can you hear her? You can't hear her? Okay, she's gonna say, come on the speak, just tell them no, they're crazy. Say you guys are crazy.
You guys are crazy.
There you go.
Did you hear? Did you hear? Yeah, they're crazy. They're crazy. Yeah, they're crazy. These guys are crazy. You guys are crazy, bro.
Yeah,
no. Y'all a little bit young, but I'm just telling y'all.
Scottie Pippen, man, you have to think. Scottie Pippen was built different.
Yeah, we're saying the opposite of you right now. We're saying Scottie Pippen
was built to play defense and play defense in the post and the wing.
We're talking about the Clay now. That's what we're going to go to. We're talking about the Clay. Well, Clay on Jordan, bro.
Hey, so
what?
Clay against Jordan.
Clay against Jordan. I think that Michael Jordan gets the better of that because I think he gives him 30 to 35, which is something. But it's like as this going off
55 to 60.
No, 30 to 35, and he probably shoots like low 40%.
Who?
55 to 60. MJ's giving Clay 55 to 60. Easy.
I mean, he'll probably drop it. Yeah, I mean, he'll give him 40.
30, 42.
Sorry, he's dropping.
Give him 40. But listen. The only reason why I say he'll give Klay Thompson 40 is because he gave Kobe 40.
He'd have to though. That would be why he would give him that, because he would have to. Because like I think once again, Steph, I think KD, you have Scottie Pippen. I think that's the same thing. I don't know if you heard me when I said that, but I think it's the same thing that we're talking about with MJ, where it's a player that has the perfect kind of body type to guard that player, and he's specifically going to be focused on the defensive side of the ball, and not going to have to carry an offensive output because he's playing with a dynamic offensive player. So Klay Thompson has that same luxury. So they both have that luxury. And then my thing is, you just have nobody to guard Steph Curry. He's gonna go nuts, in my opinion. He's gonna go for 50.
I think the problem is everybody looks at Kevin Durant being a 7-foot guard, being able to dribble and stuff like that, and they don't look at him as like the player that he is. Right? He's shown you what he is. He's shown you he can be a good player on a great team. That's about it, right? I mean, he showed you he can't lead his own team to the finals and win. He can win an MVP. Hasn't done it in a while. Hasn't even been in the conversation in a minute, right? So it's like, what is Kevin Durant? Like, we were at a point in time where we have maybe overhyped this player because of his God-given ability, right? Because it's one thing to have God-given ability. I know a lot of people that had God-given ability that should have played in the NFL, but they didn't do it, right? So my thing is with him is he has the God-given ability to do what LeBron James did and make it to a final maybe 10 times in his career, but he hasn't done it. He's not that player. We can't make him to be a player like that because he's not that guy. He's not shown that he's that guy, not once, but we put him on that pedestal. So when we sit here, we talk about Scottie and we talk about KD, they're a lot closer than we think. They're a lot closer than we think, man. Like, when I watched Brooklyn in the playoffs, let me tell me this. You watched Brooklyn in the playoffs last year. You watched that series. You could not tell me watching that series that you thought Kevin Durant was the better player than Kyrie Irving.
Like I said again, I don't know what happened with KD in that series. Like that's the only, if you want to bring it back to that series, yeah, KD played horrible. That's the only time
update our resumes
in his career. No, I'm just telling you, career-wise, I've never seen KD play that bad. So if that's what we're gonna go off of, then he played bad. But we're talking about prime, what it was 2017 when he was in his bag. He would fucking cook Scottie Pippen.
Would you say that's his prime though, or would you say his OKC year was his prime when he won the MVP?
I just think he was just he was just getting to his shots, any shot that he wanted. So I don't know if it would say prime or not. I just know that he played great basketball, and it was a lot because he was in that Warrior system, of course, because they gave it to him where he needed to get that ball. And if Scotty has to play that, ain't nobody was stopping that. Like, he literally, any shot he wanted to from 12 to 18 was in every time. Every time coming down court.
That's a good question, though. Which KD was better? Is it KD before the below the 3-1 lead KD, or the KD that, you know, went head-to-head with LeBron in the finals KD? Because it's hard to tell which one was better, right?
Yeah.
Because the KD on Golden State was the KD with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Which Steph probably is arguably the best point guard to ever touch a basketball court. So it's like, can we really say that KD was better? Because that KD in OKC was nasty.
Yo, he was nasty, but I just think because of the system, he was more efficient. That's just what I feel.
Yeah.
Like, in that system, he was just more like, if you look at his stat line, it was crazy. Yeah. He was only missing like 4 to 5 shots.
Come out.
So, but yeah, man, I know y'all getting busy. That's my time too, bro. I gotta slide. I got some things, but I appreciate y'all boys. We got to get it live and direct.
Sure.
Yeah. What's the schedule looking like, man? We gotta pick a day and, you know, get live. We need to get Paul in here too, because it looks like Paul got some smoke. Paul got some smoke he tried to let off his chest. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you.
We definitely need to do a college football podcast with us four, because it looks like this is a nice little setup for some good conversation.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Best college football team ever. Best wide receiver ever.
That'll be on a Saturday, so we can definitely run that. Weekends are usually good for me. So
that's fire. We can do that. We can run that.
We just got out when the Ben Dalgul is gonna have his second coming. Other than that,
man, have that second seed coming, but you know,
that's what it is. That's what it is.
So other than that, yeah, we can figure out definitely a day sometime soon. I appreciate you hopping on here, man. It was dope, and yeah, we'll do another one soon.
Sounds good. Just hit me. All right, y'all boys. I'll be good. Hey, congrats on that. Denzel, congrats on the number 2, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Praise you. Hey, Honcho in the building. Signing out. Deuce and Dreddy, Ben Dalgul, real spill.
Hey, you got a slide?
I do, but I mean, we can rock out. I'll just because she's clean. So.
Well, I mean, do you want to do that song thing we were talking about?
Oh yeah, you want to drop a little music?
Yeah, we want to end this thing with just a little bit of music. We just wanted to pick a little. I don't want to say sleeper because other podcasts have called it sleeper. We got to figure out something else to call it, but just share some music with y'all on the way out. Do you already have something ready to go?
Do I already have something on the way to go? No.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I do. I have some Percy Keith.
Some what?
Percy Keith.
Okay.
My dog. Percy Keith, dog. You go hard.
Percy.
He used to be signed to Kevin Gates.
Okay. What's the song that touches you? Pause.
Oh. Well,
I can.
Hopefully he's not touching anything on me. You know what I'm saying?
We got Ungrateful, Dementia, Listen Close, Superstitious.
Hold on, dude. Jeez, my friend.
Oh man.
Okay, so we're gonna go Day of the Dead.
What out? Do you have an album? Help me out.
It's called Certified.
Okay. Certified.
Day of the Dead.
All right, this is highly recommended by Deuce Andretti. Go check him out on all those socials, Twitter, all that, man.
We're gonna get Percy on the podcast, man. We're gonna get him on the podcast, man.
Yeah, Percy's definitely up next. We got to get him on the pod. We got to sit in politic with the kid. Ooh, okay, with the piano. I never heard this myself. So.
Brand new money got me feeling fascinated.
Ooh.
Brand new guns got me feeling fascinated.
Climb them.
Fascinated. Fucking with my money, get decapitated. Till the time it got them. Diamond shining, got them fascinated. Fucking with my money.
You go, Evan.
If you want to, let's see what this gun do.
I'll check it out tomorrow. I'm thinking right now, so I can't stop it.
Got us tongue loose.
I'll see you in the morning, right? Yeah. Oh, I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. We out here working. Hey. Ooh. That's 12 to 12. Don't clock out.
Welcome to the dark side.
Oh,
You don't want no watches when you
hey,
welcome to
they
the
slid on that.
We living life like it's part-time. Living in the I can walk it like I talk it since I started walking.
So he was signed to BWA and then decided to go independent.
Really?
And
he was with Kevin Gates though, bro. His music was.
Well, this is nice.
And he's
Yeah.
selling me.
Fire. He's just
He called
I
it.
don't know, like backing behind him right now. So not listening to nobody shit.
Yeah.
He's huge now, dog. Like he used to be like super skinny, now he's like bodybuilder. Like shit is crazy. When I seen a picture of him, because I remembered him again. I saw him on TikTok.
Yeah.
Just saw his face, and then all of a sudden, like he was like doing this flex thing in the mirror. And I seen him, I'm like, gosh,
Ain't no piece of pizza.
he takes some steroids or something.
Yeah, the picture I got here. Like,
Money bring you problems. What is
Yeah,
that?
he's like 250, bro. 252, like NFL weight.
Pedal to the metal, nigga, hit the throttle.
yeah, this is cool though.
We gotta get up.
Let's do the slider.
It is,
Welcome
yeah.
to the
Well, it's cool because I
dark
never heard. I always like when somebody puts me on somebody I never heard.
And like he's got some other shit. He got some shit where he first dropped when he left BWA. Like it's called it's like a Tony Story thing. Oh my god.
Oh, like Meek Mill shit.
Yeah, like it's like a kind of like that. Oh my, bro, he slid that bitch. I was like, damn, bro. But his is more dark though. Like when he left, you could tell when he left BWA, he had like he was in a bad mental place. You know what I'm saying? You could tell everything he made was dark. He was just very dark. The cover art for his music was dark. Like everything was just very like.
Hey, next time we do a podcast in studio, I want to do watch some movie scenes and like break them down.
Welcome to the dark.
We're gonna start. Yeah, guys, we're gonna start making it really interesting for you guys. We're gonna start switching it up, trying to do some different things on here. You know, we're gonna turn it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? We're about to take this to the next level for you guys.
For sure.
Make it more interesting. You know.
Yeah, for sure. Now,
interactive.
The next thing I wanted, I enjoy putting people on to stuff. You know what I mean, and like experiencing things with people. For the first time. It's like you get to experience it again for the first time in a way. But speaking of which, I want to play a older track. So this is not a new song. This is from 2004. This is from MF Doom. If y'all know MF Doom, he is I guess you would say underground hip hop artist. Passed away a couple years ago. Wore a mask, wore a doctor mask when he performed and stuff like that. Had people perform as him and stuff. All kinds of wild stuff. Very mysterious, eclectic. Made his own beats and stuff. He's an interesting character in hip hop. So I thought it'd be interesting to share this. This is from off his Food album, and this is called One Beer.
I get no kick from champagne. Alcohol doesn't thrill me.
Almost done, Michaela. Give me like 5 minutes.
Tell me why.
Yeah, we're super almost done. But
I get a kick.
yeah, this stuff. If you're a big hip hop fan, that right there, this little part.
Rappers screaming all in our ears. Like,
You know what I mean? There's samples in here that got sampled on other like more popular hip hop tracks, which is interesting. Like this part right here. I wish I could remember where it came from.
I've never listened to his music before, but
Tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like
good.
Yeah, talking.
It's the weed, give me some of what
I think he was born in England.
He wake up choking like it was whooping cough. They grouping soft. First hour at the open bar and they trooping off. He went to
fucking Doom, huh?
I think it's Metal Face.
Tastes like fried toast. Take pride in cold words, crooked eye mode.
I know he's got a metal face, but
still be speaking in rhymes as an old fart. Study how to eat and die by the beats.
I'm not hating, but it's hard for me. Like, so how do some hip hop artists get signed? Like, how do you get out there enough to get signed with the music that you make? Like, it's just crazy. Like, to me, something like this isn't as catchy. So it's like, how do you get your fan base to where someone's giving you millions of dollars for this?
Right,
well, that's just like It always blows my mind.
He's the full package. He's writing his music. He makes his own beats. You know what I mean? Like,
I know a lot of people that do that, and they're still not rich and famous. So it's like what do you do to like accomplish that when you're a hip hop artist? You know,
they're not doomed, Carl.
Not fucking doomed.
That's it. But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in. This right here, this is One Beer by MF Doom. What was the Percy Keith? Day of the Dead was the other track. Yeah,
the name is just hard as fuck.
Yeah,
the name is hard as like. I did wish the song was a little bit harder because the name is just ridiculously hard. When I saw that name, I'm like,
no, so dope. I was messing with it, and that's my first introduction to that artist. So it's like, you know, I wasn't familiar. No reason to like him or anything other than that. So just on the merit of the music, it was cool.
I wonder if that's his real name, Percy Keith.
It's probably Percival. Ain't mad at it. Definitely not that. But thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share this with somebody. It makes a huge difference. We just hit 200 subs.
1,000 subs. Yeah, just hit it.
That thing going, and yeah, till we hit that
2,000, baby. 2,000 subs. Let's go. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's get there.
Yeah.
But either way,
God, I need to feed my family.
Yeah, like this man's trying to get out of this office. But yeah, y'all already know what it is. I appreciate y'all who have been supported from the very beginning. That really does mean a lot. Share it with somebody. Get some more supporters up in here. Goddamn, help us out for real. Those bills keep coming. But other than that, thank you guys. You'll see us again next Tuesday for a full episode. I don't know if we'll do a live one next Tuesday, but we're gonna try to squeeze these lives in as much as possible in between. Other than that, man, much love to y'all.
Like in between those cheeks, right?
Yeah, Deuce Andretti on all platforms, right? It's all Deuce Andretti.
All platforms, Deuce Andretti, everything, everywhere. If you're square, leave me alone, please. Don't fuck.
There you go. There you go.
You're cool. You know I'm a fool. Come hang out with the dude. You know what I mean?
Let's rock the Ben Ghoul. You already know.
Be a pimp, don't be a simp.
Okay. All right. And then check out the Politic Podcast on YouTube. And then check us out on the social medias everywhere at Sit and Politic. Other than that, y'all be safe, live your lives, make the most of it, love your families, love your friends. You know what I mean? Don't be a Ben Ghoul out there.
Most importantly, be a mad goose wizard and love black people.
Oh, anything else?
And if you want to donate to the UNF, we are still taking donations. The UNF.
Hey, there you go.
United Negro Fund, by the way.
Make a difference with your life.
Yes, make a difference. Feed those hungry kids.